let me like do it like this because I feel like my view is looking kind of crazy. So good morning, guys. So I woke up. Yeah, I still got stuff in my eyes. Period. Period. Anyways, so I'm looking at my flowers right now, you guys. And I see some of them are already dying. But I don't know if I want to already pluck them off of fresh roses. I was thinking maybe let them die a little bit more and then I pluck, because girls, not even girls, guys. So when I picked up these flowers, and you know I usually get my flowers from like Trader Joe and stuff like that. I picked up these flowers and I only picked up 2 batches. The best 2 batches. So if you know how to pick flowers, you already know when it comes to nicer flowers, they always do less bundles because they're more like, okay, you're getting quality, so you're not gonna get as much quantity, if that makes sense. So I only picked up 2 batches of flowers, and I'm kind of disappointed because obviously my vase does not look full. It looks full from this angle, but it's really not. Can you see it? Do you see me in my little house dress? So it's not that full. I usually like my flowers really full, like bundles, if that makes sense. But here nor there. So that's not the topic. So pretty much these flowers are semi-dying and stuff. Like, look. I'm sorry. Look at this. Y'all, do you see it? Do you see it? That's the burn from the other day when I did that video for you guys on the hot oil treatment. Look what it did to my hand. Anyway, so these are the flowers, and they're semi-dying, some of them, but I think I'm gonna wait. I think I'm gonna wait, like maybe by this weekend I'm gonna take these 2 flowers because, you know, they're mostly dying. But I'm also going to research it. I'm gonna, like, you know, just look up like how to really make rose water, if it should be on dead flowers or it should be on live flowers, and then I'm gonna make my determination. But yeah, these are the flowers that I will be using to make my rose water. I'm gonna soak them, make sure they got all those little chemicals that may be on it, just soak it off, rinse it, and then we're gonna boil it down, and then we're gonna make the rose water and put it in some type of like water bottle. So that's the whole game plan. I just wanted to come here and tell you because you might be having these questions too. Should you, you know, boil rose water on live flowers or dead flowers? And I'm not really sure. So I just wanted to add that in there. So if you are curious about that too, let's see, boo. You're here. You're in the right freaking place. Deuces. Okay, so it's the very next day and I decided to pluck these flowers. So I'm cutting them by the stem, and now I'm going to begin plucking the flowers, guys, because they were turning rotten. So I was like, you know what, it's the perfect time, so let's go. So now I'm just plucking out the flowers individually, and yeah. Guys, the aroma was to die for. It felt so good in my bathroom. And I actually made a flower bowl, and all I did was just pluck the flowers and put it in a small bowl and add some water. So yeah, if you're interested in making a flower bowl, go ahead and do that. So now I just boil the water, and I actually put it on lower, even though it's like high boiled. I waited for it to boil down, then I lowered it, and then I put in the flowers. And as you can see, the flowers are losing its color, it's decolorating, if that makes sense, and it's coming from a red rose to a pinkish rose. And that's how you know most of the nutrients and most of the color tone is leaving the rose's petals. So if you're interested in knowing like when are you really making rose water, it's when the decoloration appears on the rose petals. As I said before, the rose petals are pretty much disappearing at this point, and that's how you really know if the rose water is being consistent. So now I'm using my strainer, and you can use any strainer, but try to use a strainer that's going to take most of the pebbles from out of the water. And so now I'm draining it, and as you can see, the color of the water has turned completely red because that's the color of the roses. And that's what I'm using to strain the water. Now, I will be honest, when it comes to rose water, it definitely has a strong potent to it. It's not typically smelling like really fragrance and flowery. It doesn't have like, it has a peculiar smell. It definitely smells like outside, if that makes sense. But what I like to do is, other than straining out the rose water, I put some essential oils to put in the rose water just to kind of eliminate those scents of like the outdoors. So if you really don't like how the rose water smells, which I originally did not, I added some essential oils like castor oil, essential rose oil, and I added some olive oil, I believe. So if you're interested, go ahead and add some additional oil to your rose water to make it smell good. Now I'm just adding the rose water in my hair, you guys, because I was like, you know what? There's no better time than now than to add the rose water into my hair to add some hydration and moisture to my locks. If you like videos like this, please don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think. Have you made rose water, and how has your rose water turned out? Please let me know down below in the description box. And I'll see you guys next time. Love and peace and blessings.